Hey guys, it's Brian. Before you go ahead and do anything else, make sure you leave a like and subscribe and turn on those notifications if you want to see more content like this in the future. Anyways, on to the video. Hey guys, just before we get into the video, you guys have been really showing a lot of support in the last few videos, and especially with the double upload last time I uploaded. So if you guys want to go ahead and continue to see double uploads, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. It really does help me out, and that way I can see you starting tomorrow. I can do double uploads, including some of your replays or some replays I find online as well. So if anything, let's go ahead and get into the video. Hey guys, it's Brian. Welcome back to another Yu-Gi-Oh video. And so today we have a very special kind of video where we actually was actually just playing some ranked matches and happened to run into the man, the myth, the legend himself, DB Grinder. And so he was playing a very interesting Orcust build, and I was just testing out my Invoked Dogmatika Shaddoll deck, just trying to get ready for the LCS. Still trying to work out some ratios, because you know how everything is. Some people want to play the power spells, some people want to play hand traps, so it's all personal preference at this point. So I'm just trying to see what best works out for me. So before we get into anything, please make sure you leave a like and subscribe. It really does help out the channel a lot. So let's go ahead and get right into the video. So as you can see, I am currently with my starting hand. I have a great going first hand, not a very good going second hand, as I have Fleur-de-Lis, Wendy, Shaddoll Fusion, Triple Tactics, and the Deer Servant, while he has Droplets, Called By, Black Dragon, Upstart, and Opening of the Spear Gates. And this is part of the reason why I was saying it was a very interesting build, because he's playing part of the Sacred Beast structure, and not many people would actually think to play these kinds of cards, especially in Orcust, but it did work out for him, and you'll see in a moment how. So he starts out by using the opening, goes ahead and gets Dark Beckoning Beast, normal summons it, gets a search for Chaos Summoning Beast, uses Upstart, draws into the Nightmare, then with the additional normal summon goes ahead and just links off into Link Rebo. Use the effect of Summoning Beast to go ahead and get Nightmare into the grave. Bring back out the Chaos Summoning Beast. Go into Anima. And then he goes ahead and makes Curious. Curious gonna go ahead and mill one more card, in this case being the Wonder Wand, then mills another 3 cards. Banishes the Nightmare. Goes ahead and gets Symbol. And then with World Wand, he goes ahead and brings back the Nightmare. Goes into Galatea. And with Galatea, he's going to go ahead and get Babel on board. Brings back the Gear Suit. Sends another wand. So he summons out the Dingarisu and puts the symbol underneath. Summons Black Dragon. Links all 3 off into the Rusty Bardiche. Searches out the White Dragon. Gets Fog Blade, and then goes ahead and uses Boots to go ahead and get another Fog Blade to hand. So he decides on holding off on the Droplets, but he does have Called by the Grave and 2 Fog Blade sets, so he's pretty good. So I draw into Super Poly, which is not the worst card. Start with the Shaddoll Fusion. And so I go into Beast and into Dragon to start out, just to go ahead and try and get cards out of the deck. So I try to go ahead and pop the Babble. Fortunately, it gets met by Call by the Grave. And I was debating on going into Apclone, but I decided to hold off against it, where looking back on it, I probably should have gone for it. So I attack into the Rusty Bardiche, and I get met with the Nightmare and Damage Step. And this is just part of playing at 2 o'clock in the morning. I forgot to go ahead and get back my Shaddoll fusion back from grave, which is very important here. So I go ahead and get Apclone on with Dear Servant to the grave. Search out for the Ecclesia and get my Schism. Use Wendy here to go ahead and set the aerial. Special summon out the Ecclesia. Gets met with the Fog Blade. Set 2 pass. In the end phase, he's going to just go ahead and bring back Dingrisu. And with Bardiche and Dingrisu, he's just going to go ahead and get rid of my back row. So he goes ahead and just goes off, starting out with White Dragon, bring back the Galatea, and I probably should have just, when he used Galatea, chained the Fleur-de-Lis, but that was my mistake. I was probably just more worried about what he could have gotten afterwards, like in this case, where I see that he makes the access code, and I just go ahead, after it resolves for the boost, I just go ahead and immediately summon the Fleur-de-Lis to go ahead and bring it back down. But because of the fact that he has so many resources at his disposal, it was pretty simple for him to just go ahead and overtake the board and just go for game. So I try to go ahead and bring back Dragon, but again, Call by the Grave, still affecting it. Goes into another Galatea with droplets, and so I just activate Meltdown, get the Alistair, try to activate it, and he just goes ahead and stops with the Fog Blade. So game 2, I really don't have that good of a hand for going first. It's really, really bad at this point. So I have Rush, Ash, Invocation, Super Poly, and Beast. Nothing really well for going first. And my opponent has Quick Launch, Foolish, Orcust Nightmare, Droplet, and Retaliating Sea. Very good card against my deck in this case, because I do summon out with fusions a lot. So I just set 2 pass. Fortunately for him, because I did that, he doesn't have much going for me either. I immediately just Ash the Quick Launch. And at this point, I'm just top decking into cards that really don't help my situation. So I finally draw into the Alistair. Draw Invocation. So he goes ahead, and after I use the Invocation, goes into the Retaliating Sea. Go for Purgatrio. Use talents to go ahead and draw 2. At this point, I just go ahead and just try to do as much damage as I can. Probably could have just taken the monster for the link material. So I decided to just go ahead and make a window and just call it a turn. But after this, he just simply, just after using Foolish, he just calls by the graves it. Sends Rocket Tracer. Uses Boot Sector to go ahead and bring it back out. Use Droplets to go ahead and negate the window. I try to go ahead and use Super Poly to go ahead and just keep a window active by getting rid of his Tracer. Gets another Retaliating C. And I get back the Fusion. And he decides to go ahead and scoop. So I was very fortunate in game 2, but game 3 not so much, because he did open the anti-spell, and so him opening up Jackalope, Recharger, anti-spell, Foolish, and Dark Beckoning Beast, it's pretty good in this case because he has a way of setting up and also preventing me from making any advances on my game state. So he starts out with the Beckoning Beast. Gets the Spirit Gates, activates it right away, gets the Chaos Summoning Beast, goes ahead and gets it on board to go ahead and link away into Linkuriboh. Use the effect to go ahead and bring it back out or the effect of Spirit Gates, and using Jackalope's effect, he's going to go ahead and special summon the Nessie. So, on resolution, I just go ahead and just use Lancia as a way of preventing him from banishing any of his cards. But here he goes into the Curious, sends out the Gokipo, so he gets out the Retaliating Seat, and then mills 3, goes in Foolish, gets a Nightmare out as well. And so from here, I'm pretty much drawing the Phantasma, which is dead at this point. He activates Anti-Spell, I just have to set and pass. And from here, he just pretty much goes off using his spell for the Spirit Gates to go ahead and special summon the Chaos Summoning Beast back out. Links away into the Access Code. Pops the Shaddoll Fusion. Goes ahead and just brings out the Girsu. Keeps getting cards out of his deck, bringing another Nightmare out. Use the Recharger to go ahead and make Savage. And from here, it's pretty much game over. I try to go ahead and link, but he just negates it. I'm sorry, try to go use Phantasma, but he automatically just negates it with Boros Savage, and I don't have really much other options at this point. Goes for Erding. Go ahead and just get Dragon out with the Wendy effect. Just pops it right away with the Access Code, and it was pretty much game over. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe. It really does help with the channel a lot. And shout out to DB Grinder for playing this match with me unrated. So if you haven't already, make sure to sub to him as well. But on that note, I want to thank you guys for your time. I hope to see you guys in the next time. See ya.